Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, and this movie stars Nicolas Cage, and I've been looking forward to this movie, and I've been hearing things that this movie was good and a lot of fun, and at the very least, I was hoping that, I would get, some good laughs, and, it would be fun, and I kind of got that for the first portion of the movie. I don't know how long, but it might have been the first act where it was that, and we get a lot of Nicolas Cage, and it was entertaining, and there were some parts that I found to be kind of funny, and throughout the entire movie there are moments sprinkled in there that I didn't like, mostly involving Nicolas Cage. Like, if he wasn't in the movie would just be terrible and not good even in the slightest, because he really does help this movie out a lot, but even with him in it, I don't think this movie is that good, unfortunately, because once we get into the plot of the movie, it really just turns into The Interview from 2014, starring James Franco and Seth Rogen. And that movie I really hate, and I just can't stand at all. Whereas this movie, it was the same thing, but bearable, because Nicolas Cage was keeping me entertained. And I do think he's a better actor than Seth Rogen and James Franco, and he was more entertaining than those two in that movie. The story is really stupid, and I just can't get behind it. I'm not really a fan of how this movie is presented visually. It's very bland, and there isn't really much going on, and it just feels very stationary, and lots of shot reverse shots, and it was just a very boring movie to look at, and there wasn't any energy visually speaking. It was all just very boring to look at, and I wasn't a fan of the music. I didn't feel as though it helped out the film in any way, and the characters are kind of annoying, and as the movie goes along, I just enjoy the movie less and less and less, and once it turns into The Interview, you know exactly where it's going to go, and it's just the most predictable, lame movie you could make, and there was nothing about this movie, story-wise, that had me engaged, especially once you start to think about the plot and how none of it really matters, and overall, I was just wanting something fun to happen that wasn't involving Nicolas Cage, but that never happened. And the whole movie is just relying on you liking him and finding him entertaining, and he is. He is very entertaining to watch, and he's good in the movie. But he unfortunately can't make me say this movie is good. There were some characters in this movie that do literally nothing, and they're just to add to the amount of characters that are in this movie. And I wasn't a fan of the pace of the film. I found it to be really slow and just nothing really happening after a certain point in the movie, like story-wise, and you're just constantly waiting for this big reveal as to what is actually going on, and eventually you do find out what's going on, but for a big majority of it, it's just a lot of nothing, and it doesn't really matter. There were some funny moments in the film, I'll give it that at least. The LSD scene was kind of funny, and it's mostly just Nicolas Cage, me being entertained by him, and if you like him, then the movie might work for you, but if you don't, then the movie for sure will not work for you. And overall, I was just left very disappointed, and although I did like Nicolas Cage, I thought he was the best part of the movie, the film surrounding him was nowhere near up to par. So with all that being said, I'm going to give The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Two Guns. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.